And
That shouldn't be there.
there's little cartoon Gord.
This is Eric and Gord. What if we're right? Listen to the world changing.
Hi there. I'm just starting now. Happy Wednesday. It's August 12th, 2020. I'm Eric, talking at you from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, where I swear to God I'll burn this place to the ground.
It's going down.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling your friends. I want to start off real quick before I get to shouting out to everybody's podcasts, which would involve me finding my book, so we're going to stall a little bit while I look for that. I want to just reassure everyone, because I got asked today. Trust me, everyone I work with, I'm not going to name the company, but if you listen to the podcast, you know who you are. If I were doing drugs, you'd fucking know it. Don't worry about it. You don't need to ask, because if I were, when I do, you'll know. That's all I got to say about that. My boss very sternly asked me that today, and I found it quite funny, actually. I can't say I was offended. I wasn't offended. I didn't give a shit. I was like, no. First of all, does anybody ever say yes to that? Are you on drugs? Yes. Never happened in the history of employment. That conversation has never gone that way.
Absolutely, I am.
I'm
on so much drugs right now. Oh my god.
Eric, are you on drugs right now? Why? What do you got?
Yeah, right. I've asked that before at a work when they were doing when I worked for Johnson Controls, they had everybody sit down with the HR director for like 10 minutes where they asked a bunch of and they said to us even ahead of time, they said, look, this whole thing is pointless, but we have to ask these questions. And one of the questions was, do you do drugs? And my answer was, why would you have? And she just looked at me, and I just stared at her smiling. She's like, I'm not sure if you're serious or not. I'm like, well, it depends. Are you trying to offer me some? Because if you're not, then I'm not serious.
I'm not sure if you're serious or not. You're like, you know what? Neither am I.
I'm not sure either. Do you want to go smoke a joint? Yes, I do. You want to do a line? Fuck it. Yes, I do.
Best is in front of
but
the
I don't do
customers.
drugs.
When one of the cashiers will be like, Eric, can you help this customer? And I'll just shout from the back of the store, nah, it doesn't sound like something I do. And walk away. Fucking brilliant. So
if I was a customer and I heard that, I would die laughing. I'm like, can I have that guy anyways? And he just
It's the best. Or there'll be a guy looking at dust pans in the back of the store. I'll be like, so you interested in a table saw? Like, what?
No. I have no idea. I'm just so high right now.
Guy will be like, pointed at a drill today. He's like, can I get one of these? I'm like, you can get as many as you want, pal.
You sure only want one?
How much you got?
I went into Bed Bath the other day with my mom.
Oh my
we had
God,
to do some
really?
shopping. Yeah,
I
needed to buy a
in
new.
that store since.
Well, I needed to buy a new Vornado fan, so they're only people who sell it. So,
I'll get you a Vornado fan.
Vornado?
Oh yeah, fuck! I got 6 of them right now.
Yeah, you did. Fucking. So we went in there. Mom's over to the side. She's looking at something else. I just start wandering around the store because there was no fucking people working. I couldn't find any staff.
Sounds about right for that store.
So I'm just walking around thinking, I'm just going to go over and help people. These guys are standing there looking at this. I'm like, are you guys thinking about buying those sheets? Yeah. Are you a hot sleeper? And I was like, yeah. I said, don't buy those fucking sheets then, man. I said, here, come over here. So on this side, I'm like, buy those instead. They'll be way better for you. And then we started having this big conversation. So I'm helping them all out, hook them up with the sheets. Another couple was over looking at duvets. Yeah, don't buy that one. Buy this instead. This is way better. It's better bang for your buck. You're getting a way better thing, and it's machine washable. They're like, thanks, man. Hey, can you help me find something else? Yeah, I don't actually work here. And just walk away.
My one crazy Q conspiracy super hot chick friend who's into all anti-vaxxing and she's all that shit. She says that Mike Linnell is actually evil. He's like really for real the devil, and he does all kinds of evil shit in the States.
Mike who?
The My Pillow guy, Mike Linnell.
Oh, the My Pillow guy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, he's like super evil. According
Well,
to
that's good because he looks like a pedophile.
Oh, he totally looks like the devil. Like, if the devil thought he was trying to, like, if the devil didn't really know Earth very well and he was trying to look cool, that's probably what he'd come back as. Just that guy with the silk shirt and the cross. It's so creepy.
Oh my god, I'm loving this. I just typed in "is the My Pillow guy" and it comes up: married, a crackhead, alive, making masks, a Christian, a Republican.
All of those. Speaking world, I gotta say hi to some friends. I'm sorry, guys. I'm neglecting you guys, and this is going to go on for months because I think every podcast on the planet has contacted me, including After Hours with Allison Glick. She offers a real and raw perspective from a 19-year-old who moves from conservative small-town Pennsylvania to Mexico. That actually sounds interesting enough to give a listen. That's After Hours with Allison Glick. She had to totally outgrow her biases, unlearn ignorance, and she went from being an ignorant, biased little snotty American kid to organizing protests against like gender discrimination and stuff in Mexico. So, Allison Glick, that sounds like a good show, and I want to listen to it. Actually, for really, I do. I couldn't imagine fucking just uprooting and moving to Mexico at 19. Like, could you fucking imagine? I guess it's better than high school, but still pretty rough. To move to another country when you're fucking 19 seemed younger than me when I wrote that down, but I moved to Vancouver when I was 19 from Kelowna. That's kind of... Allison, I don't know. You're losing me here already. Anyway, guys.
The more I speak about this...
Sounds like a good show. I'll listen and judge. Be very, very judgmental of it. Numbers are looking good. Thank you guys for that. Thanks for participating in this little shout-out thing. I did want to have a country ready because on the last show, Gordon and I said we were going to start educating ourselves on the 195 countries around the world. And I found one, and it was interesting. And then I forgot to follow through with it. So we'll do that next show.
Hey, just so you know, the My Pillow guy, he is a former crack addict, a retired card counter with a history of bad debts, near-death experiences, and soured marriages before fully accepting God into his heart.
Yeah, that fucking bullshit. That's just gets you early parole. Oh God, you did not. I found Jesus in prison. Every second guy in prison is named Jesus, you fuck.
Yeah. So you walked into the wrong cell one day. Congratulations.
That's Jesus for our Mexican listeners.
He actually claims that his drug dealers staged an intervention to get him to stop using.
Yeah.
That's never happened ever.
No drug dealer has ever encouraged anyone to use less. Ever. No, it doesn't matter if they're your best friend. They just want to sell you drugs.
That's right.
What they do.
That's right.
You could be ODing in front of them. They'll be like, once the Narcan wears off, you're going to want to get high again.
You know what you're going to need when you come off of this?
You want
some more.
Cuff something for when you're in the hospital? Drug dealers are horrible people. Except for the ones that are my friends. You guys are awesome. I'm talking about the bad ones.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the bad ones suck.
Speaking of drugs, Bindon named his vice president.
Oh, yes, he did.
And everybody is just delighted with his pick.
Yeah.
It is, of course, famous WWE wrestler Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Different Kamala.
Yeah, she was the former. The fuck was she? She was the Attorney General.
Yeah,
Is that what she was?
She was the secretary of Cute as a Button.
Yeah, she's also very heavily known for being extremely light on crime.
Yeah, but so is every one of them.
Well, no, you can't say that. Republicans want to nail every criminal to the fucking wall and keep them in jail for life, no matter what the charge is.
That's got nothing to do with crime. That's just funding jails.
That's right.
I don't care that she's light on crime. I don't care. She's going to be the president of America if the Democrats win. So,
yeah,
I guarantee you they win, and Biden disappears. He's gone. You never see him.
Well, within 24 hours of him announcing her, Biden raised $26 million for his campaign within 24 hours after he named her as his running mate.
That would be great if we found out he just borrowed it all from Russia. It wasn't Trump at all. It was me the whole time, fuckers.
So you now have the two people, just to give everybody an understanding. Donald Trump and the Republicans have raised over $300 million, and Biden has now surpassed the $300 million that Trump has done. So now the two people running have now amassed over $600 million just to talk about how they're both going to fuck up the economy.
Which is awesome because neither of them are supposed to raise money.
That's right. But yet, here we are. $600 million.
How does that make you
two
feel,
people.
Poor Americans? Any Americans suffering from the COVID crisis that's been created? You feel good about the $600 million you could have had, but don't?
That's right. There you go.
That's politics for you. Canada is not much. Well, we're a little better because we don't $600 million. I don't think in Canada there is $600 million.
No, that's probably the total raised amount for every political party ever in history of Canada.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're probably not
with inflation.
In American dollars.
In American dollars, yeah.
But it's like I had this problem with the Humboldt tragedy that happened with the Humboldt Broncos hockey team. And it was a very unpopular opinion, but we raised $16 million overnight for a bunch of rich white kids who died. The families didn't need money. They're all very, very wealthy.
Yep.
And it just disturbed me. It's got nothing to do with the team. It disturbed me that in a time when we were all saying how broke the country is, there's no money, no extra money for daycare, no money for anything, but all of a sudden we just have $60 million overnight.
Yeah.
For the families of, I'm sorry, rich white kids. If that was a hockey team from Northwest Territories, you never would have heard about it, and they never would have raised a fucking dime for them.
Nope. And if half of those kids on that team were of any other ethnicity other than white, wouldn't have made any money either.
That I don't know about for sure, but just the fact that it was at a time when we
a bunch of rich white kids.
Now we're. Well, it's not our country, so I don't give a fuck. But in your country, Americans, they got just $600 million kicking around. You're all closing your businesses, worried about your futures, foreclosing on your homes, and your friends and neighbors just have $600 million to give away, but they're just not giving it to you.
That's right. They'll give it to a bunch of 2 billionaires, but they will not give it to anybody else.
Isn't that awesome how that works? We will give about $600 million to these rich guys so they can argue about which one of them is going to actually do fuck all for the next 4 years. But we can't help you save your business. We can't help. Like, why is anyone poor? Really, that's my question. At the end of the day, why the fuck is anybody poor? If we could just pull $600 million out of our asses whenever we want to, there should be no homeless people.
Yep.
Just pull out your $600 million and you're fucking done. Help me get a fucking home. God damn it. I have not been homeless for almost a year now, and I've been homeless the whole fucking time. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. No.
Help me get a home. And my home situation is not getting any better. That prick still won't get out of my house. And I just got declined for the one I was moving into. Because it's student housing and I don't have student ID.
Oh,
so the strata or whatever, they're like, yeah, you can't move in here. You're not a student. I'm like, oh, I might be. I haven't decided yet. And then like, yeah, no, you can't move in here. And then he got all pissy. He's like, you don't listen to them. You go move in right now. He's like, they don't rent to you. They rent to me. So they are renting to a student. So just don't fucking